Coach Rowe will give an opening statement about the win. Coach, the floor is yours.
Yes. Very good win for us. Just very proud of the guys' effort on both ends of the floor. Of course, we gave up a lot of points, but, you know, at the end of the day, offensively, I think we handled ourselves well. We out-rebounded them, which is a good thing. Of course, we turned over a little bit more. But the gentleman to my right has been phenomenal since he's been back. He led us in rebounding with 8. That's just what he does, just makes those glue plays. But just very proud of Caleb Washington as well, who stepped up. He's like one of our biggest X factors. A.J. Bolden had a very good game as well. And we need those two guys to really, really step up and play the way they played tonight for us to be successful. We had one guy down that's normally in the rotation, but other guys stepped up. That's what good competitive depth looks like. And so we're just very proud that we were able to get this win at home against Grambling.
Go ahead.
Coach Jalen Scott, WANM Sports. Obviously, points became crucial towards those final minutes of the game. Free throws, obviously, a huge part of the victory. What does it mean for this team to have the poise that it did to finish the game the best way possible, knock down free throws, and stay out of foul trouble?
Well, I'm glad we had a lead because we started giving the ball away in the end, which we have to clean up, especially going on the road. But just very proud of the guys and how they kept their composure and stepped up. We got to do a better job of stepping to the ball. But when they got to the free throw line, we knocked them down. That's what kept the lead the way it was, to be able to give us a cushion. And that is something that we've been stressing. Free throws. We never know when it's going to happen, but our free throw shooting has been much, much better than what we've done in the non-conference. And we have to continue to do that well.
Gerald Thomas, Tallahassee Democrat. This question can go for Coach and Micah. Coach, coming into this game, y'all knew that y'all was going to face a motivated Grambling State team led by a very motivated Patrick Query, who's the former coach here. Talk about that. Was that something that y'all kind of thought about going into the game coming into today?
Well, of course. I mean, everybody was talking about it, so we were talking about it as well. And, you know, at the end of the day, we're coaching and the guys have to get out there and play. And they played well, I thought, but we played a little bit better tonight. And so I was glad that our guys were motivated to play as well, especially the ones that were here that played under him. And so they played their butts off tonight, and I was grateful for that. We've been talking about it the whole week about keeping our poise. We were able to do that while they were going through their deals. We kept our poise, and it paid off. 5 points. I think they had a couple technicals and those types of things. Those are very, very important and key to the game because at the end of the day, you know, you got to find points to win. And so they helped us out, and we're grateful for that.
Yeah, I knew guys were going to compete tonight. We were all ready to go. I didn't have to say much to them either. I know what it meant to them, and we came out and executed.
St. Clair.
Coach St. Clair Marine Live Communications, Capitol Outlook. So 32.2 seconds left in the game. You got a big 2 from Caleb and a big 3 from Sanders. Take those shots away and you guys would have been probably in a tied game down the stretch. Talk about the way the defense came back and you guys were able to just keep them off the ball, keep them from scoring despite the free throws that they had.
Yeah, well, big shots are always needed, just for the record, because we've been on the side where we did make those shots and it didn't help us. But you need guys to step up on the offensive end, but defensively, I thought we did a good job of making their shots tough. That's the one thing that we got to do as a defense is make shots tough. People gonna make shots, but how they're making them and how they're getting them is what we want to try to control. And so I thought we did a good job of making their shots tougher, and they made some tough shots.
Michael Trump Jr., WANM Sports. This could go for either one of you all. With the game being so emotional, you know, looking back on successful seasons, there's always a season-defining win. Do you think this win could be the emotional win for you guys?
I don't think so. I think we all just knew what we had to do and we came out and executed. And even when we got back in the locker room, we weren't too like satisfied, I guess, on the win. So it's not really an emotional win for us.
But every win is a good win and is emotional, meaning I'll take winning and be emotional every time.
Micah, your shot looked really good out there today. The spacing was good, and your teammates got you the ball in good places to score. Just talk about how well organized the team is to understand who is the person that needs to shoot at that time and getting them the ball in a place where they can be successful.
I'm just glad my teammates were confident in me shooting those shots, and I knew I had to make some shots for us to win tonight, and we all had to step up and make shots too.
Well, just to piggyback, now he is in the gym as well, not doing practice, but when no one's watching. So just FYI, the shots don't go in unless he's putting the work in. So that's credit to his work ethic. He's a veteran. He's one of our leaders, and he understands what it takes to win. And so that's the reason why he's here. And we needed him tonight to knock down some shots, and he did it.
Jalen Scott, WANM Sports. Micah, while you're at the free throw, we talked about Jordan Chapman's at the free throw line. He said, and I quote, "They don't want it like we do." Was that a message that was reverberated around the locker room throughout this week? And obviously it shows on the stat sheet you have 3 guys in double-digit games still diving on the floor for the ball after the ball goes out. So what does it mean when you guys say they don't want it like we do? We
just wanted to prove the point that we're tougher than them, and that's what we're going to do, make it tough on them, force them to take bad shots, out-rebound them, and make shots for us.
Coach, in this era where your teams are turnover from year to year are really different, but it seems like this team has meshed together pretty quickly. Just talk about the dynamics of that, to have a team to mesh together after putting parts together the way you do now in college athletics.
It's a collective effort. Micah can tell you, different guys come from different places. Sometimes you get a hodgepodge of mindsets in the whole deal. One of the things that we've been blessed to have is just great character guys. If they're doing something wrong, they're willing to be corrected and be coached. But we do quite a bit of team bonding. We spend a lot of money eating out as a team, but those things carry over. They live in the same apartment complex, so if they want to hang out, which they've been doing, they go over to each other's house and hang out. And that is what you need when you're having new guys each and every year. And it's been our first year. We do a lot of working to try to get guys to buy in and get guys to like one another, but it's been good. He can tell you more about what happens behind the scenes, but I know for us, we've done a lot of team bonding type of things, like going to the Florida Classic, which that's team bonding. And we go out to eat a lot together as a team. And so all those things go hand in hand when you're trying to put together a team. But you got to have the right guys, the right mindset. But it's a work in progress, don't get me wrong. But you have to have the right guys that are willing to want to do the right thing.
This is honestly one of my favorite teams I've been on since I've been in college, and we all get along pretty well. So,
question for you both. Again, 2 back-to-back pretty good wins against teams that are considered the top of the SWAC, Southern and Grambling State. Now you have to take it on the road. Arkansas, Pineville, starting with them. How can you translate that on the road and making this 2-game winning streak to 3?
On the road, we're just gonna have to be tougher than other teams. We're gonna have to rebound and play defense, and that's what we got to carry over. And I know we're gonna do it. So.
Yeah, playing on the road, of course, you got to make sure your turnovers are lower. Taking care of the basketball, you got to make your free throws. You got to be able to understand that there's going to be adversity on the road. Calls are not going to go your way. Things aren't going to go away. How are we going to bring the group together to stay collective to where we can, function, so we get the win? But winning is an attitude, and losing is an attitude. And so when you put together wins and find a way to win, whatever that looks like, it carries over. And so we're not going to do anything different when we go on the road. We'll just continue to do what we do and work to try to get the same outcomes.
Taylor.
My question's very similar. Just with 2 straight wins now against, as he was saying, SWAC opponents, are you finally feeling this team is at a place that you are satisfied? And of course, I'm sure you're not going to say you're satisfied necessarily because you're always working to get better. But are you feeling satisfied with how this team is playing right now?
Well, yes, because we're winning. I'm always going to be satisfied because, like I always say, it's always better to correct when you win. And so if we can keep winning and then making corrections, because whether you win or lose, at the end you still got to improve. And so we'll continue to improve upon what we've done. We know going on the road is going to be different, but we have played 2-3 quality teams, and we had opportunities to win all 3 games, which is where you want to be. You want to be in games, regardless of who you're playing, but you want to be in games late, and we've had that opportunity the last three games.
So quick follow-up, favorite place you guys have eaten so far?
We go to Roberto's a lot. Get some hibachi.
Hey, NIL, baby. We need some of that promo.